graders! So today we're going to be talking about Kehinde Wiley, who we were introduced to a little bit about him when we were talking about artists that have to do with representation. So when we were learning about Amy Sherald, I had planned for the second part of the unit to really be focused on Kehinde Wiley and to be learning about his use of pattern and his use of flora. So that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. So I posted some images of Kehinde Wiley's work so that you guys can see his work. I also posted a video so that you can learn a little bit more about him. He's a very inspiring artist. He's one of my favorite artists personally. He's best known for creating the Barack Obama portrait that is hanging right now at the National Portrait Gallery in DC. So Kehinde Wiley is an artist who creates portraits of people of color that mimics classical art. So a lot of his work, he tries to imitate the work of artists from centuries past, where they have these big, bold characters sitting on a throne. He really wants to put people who are not traditionally represented as being regal into that role and give them their chance to be seen that way. So he chooses his subjects by actually walking up to strangers on the street and asking if he can paint them. So that's how he got his start, was going up to people in New York and asking if he could paint them. He wants to depict everyday people as regal kings and queens. So that's why he focuses on picking strangers. He has done some celebrity work, but that's because the celebrities have asked and paid him to make that art. But in general, he prefers to paint everyday people. Wiley's work is kind of characterized by a human figure. They're usually looking directly at you, and they're very confrontational. He wants you to see the figure looking at you, and he wants you to think about exactly what they might be thinking or what they want you to feel when they're looking at you. The backgrounds in his work has a lot of flora. So flora is what we would call flowers, plants, anything from nature, and the shapes that are associated with them. So in his work, in the background, he has these overlapping floral shapes. Now, we refer to shapes like that as organic shapes. So there's geometric shapes and there's organic shapes. And I did a little drawing of both to show you what I mean. So geometric shapes are shapes that have names: triangles, circles, squares. So in our projects, we want to avoid using any of these geometric shapes. Organic shapes are shapes that don't have names. So curving shapes like this mimics Kehinde Wiley's work, and that's what I'm looking for on the projects that we're going to be creating. So we're going to be creating patterns based off Kehinde Wiley's work. So I would like for you to watch my demo that I've also posted to see exactly what I'm looking for. Bye!